Some scholars think constitutions tend to take a lot of energy, and they shouldn't. And in fact, constitutions are works of fiction. And the prime example is the American Constitution. Because when 10, 15 people came together in a room and sat together to write, they didn't say, we 10, 15 people believe X, Y, Z. It could be true, it may be true, that the stuff that was written in 1779 became really what people believed by the end of the 19th century or by the beginning of the 20th century. It keeps, of course, shifting to an extent. But what happens then in constitutions, according to this view, is that they are just there so that we can force the people to think that way. There is something that looks very religious and very strange, that you are taught what to believe in school. You have to believe that this is one nation. You have to have certain beliefs against the Federalists, for example, things like that. But that is what creates a nation to an extent. Even if it is true that the makeup of American society again changed many times in the 20th century, it is still true that this document is not insignificant. And we go back to it. Egyptians will feel similarly about this. Will feel that the document in a way translates their hopes. The Egyptian constitution as it is now, the new draft, and also the previous, the 1971 constitution, doesn't sound like the American Constitution. It doesn't begin with these big universal hopes of liberty and the pursuit of happiness. It situates Egypt. It says, this is a country that is proud of its Islamic tradition, its Arabness, and its Afro-Asian surrounding. So it's easy to bring people now to the squares, the liberation squares. That's a new term. Of course, there's only one liberation square, one Tahrir square. The Constitution, I think it's 239 articles, about 60 pages. Most people have read or skimmed maybe an article or two, not consulted a lawyer, not consulted a judge necessarily about what these articles mean. But that's also the way we do ballot initiatives in the U.S., so it's, we can relate to that. But you can bring a lot of people saying, no, we don't like the Constitution, bring a lot of people who could say, this is an achievement. This document is an achievement for this and that reason.